Alright, so what's up you guys, it's your boys LJX and we're back with another My Hero One's Justice video. So first of all, I'm honestly sorry for the lack of My Hero One's Justice content. Main reason being is that as a small YouTuber it's pretty rough to keep making content without content. And the way I mean that is of course with all the big YouTubers being able to record some unseen footage. All I can really do is hope for something new to pop up that I can cover for you guys. That being said, this is nowhere near making an excuse on why I'm not uploading or how things are unfair at all, so don't get me wrong there. Izuku was also once quirkless and you know where he is at now, so now it's up to me to do exactly that as well. That being said, you already saw the titles, so you already know what it's about. Today we are talking about characters I'd like to see within the upcoming game My Hero Academia One's Justice. Now as a My Hero Academia fan, I'm not afraid to say on behalf of all my other My Hero Academia fans, we are extremely excited for our first real game for this franchise. And we all want it to be the best it can be, so we can enjoy playing hours upon hours of this game until the next My Hero Academia game launch comes along for us. That being said, I'm really stoked and I hope you guys are as well, and let me just get into this list. So as a first contender I have Mr. Compress. The reason I like to have Mr. Compress in the game is because I for one feel like this dude is massively underrated in the anime. Not that we've seen him too much, but the way he acts to me is incredibly well done with that what he's trying to bring him off as, that being a villainous trickster. That being said, I think in game he could have a lot of ways around things. Knowing his quirk is compressing stuff could make it a little bit hard to think about how we could use his quirk instead of, let's say, a Bakugo who is pretty much made to fight. I think it would be cool to see a defensive character instead of offense. I know it's an anime role and all, but I don't think it would be wrong to have such a character in a roster who isn't just flat out offense. The way I imagine him using his quirk in game is that maybe he could compress ultimates that are thrown at him, and then he have his moment to counter attack with whatever combo he has in his pockets. Small stuff like vanishes might also be for him since he's all about trickery and so on, although some of you might say that he didn't use it in the show and whatnot, but keep in mind this game and its attacks and way of doing things is a 100% accurate to the show in order to make the game able to run smooth. But that's just my take on it. Personally, I like to see him tag along with the others and I think it could be very interesting to use. Now up next is our boy Muscular. Now if you've seen the fight he put up in season 3 against Deku, which should be enough reason to make him eligible to get in the game fighting along with others. If I think about him getting in the game, I'd figure he'd be a Broly like character who has an armor going for him and of course has absolute strength. Basically what I'm saying is that he'd be a Juggernaut type character, which basically means a slow character with heavy attacks that take loads and loads of health if you get hit by him, and have some sort of defensive mechanic to make up for them being so slow compared to the others. His quirk is perfectly viable within the game, so I don't really think I need to explain you guys what he could do and what his possible ultimates could be. And Muscular as a character himself seems to be pretty appreciated or popular, whatever you want to say, within My Hero Academia community and along with My Hero Academia fans as far as I've seen, so I don't think many would have an objection against him being in the game. Now on to one of my personal favorites and one of the best girls, which is of course Kendo. Now we've seen her quite a bit on screen over time, nothing too much but enough to kind of see what the character is about and what her quirk is, and personally I love to have her in the game. Her quirk allows her to make her hands huge and whatever is next is up to her, but you can imagine her using them to get a good hit into a fight or clear out smoke as seen in season 3. In that specific scene in season 3 we came to know her abilities a lot better. We've seen quite an intelligent display that knows her way around when in a fight. She demonstrated her fighting intelligence when she riddled up a plan and the pattern of the villain's quirk and was able to locate him as well, whilst also being able to figure out how to dispel the gas. And we had a few moments where our best friend Monoma had troubles keeping his shit together and Kendo was there to save us with a karate chop to take him back to where he belongs. And honestly, karate chopping someone to sleep sounds like someone who knows their ways around things with their hands. Now these two factors play along with her character, I think she's perfectly viable within the game itself. Her ultimate could be as easy as a hard knockdown with a quirk, or could be made way more flashy with a bit of imagination, and that all aside, who doesn't want to have more Kendo screen time? Now over to another best girl, which is of course May. Now we all know what she's about. May is a very smart and innovative person, and she has the brains to create many pieces of equipment on her own that can help her in many situations. Now I know what you're thinking, May is just all about brains, so what can she really bring to the table as fighting goes? Now let me just answer that right about now. Outside of her intellect, May mostly feels at home as a supporting character rather than facing battles head on like our friend Bakugo. But that doesn't mean she can't throw any hands. She's proven us to be quite capable of combat, as we've seen in the match against Lita in the sports festival. And if you paid a bit of attention, it lasted up to 10 minutes with Lita being unable to do anything to her despite having his speed advantage, and he only managed to win because she stepped out. With that all calculated together, I think having her as a character will be really interesting, and if you're not known with her quirk, she can zoom in up to 5 kilometers and see things really clearly. That being said, I don't think it's too far-fetched to make her a counter character which has the ability to adapt to the fight by responding to what's going on and what's thrown at her as far as ultimates and combos go, and that being a reference to her being able to see so clear, aka seeing through person's attack patterns and ultimates and what their plan is. I think having the characters like these will just bring another layer of skill and gameplay to the game, which I'm kind of scared that will be missing from the game completely. I just really hope it won't be a button mashing fest game, so let's just hope there's some sort of depth into this game with some layers of skill, and hopefully we can see that coming around soon. Now on to our next and last contender of the list, which is none other than our big angry flamey boy Endeavor. Now honestly, I don't really think I need to explain why he will be able to fit right in within the rest that's already here in the roster. The dude has proven himself being able to fight many times in the show, and his quirk is far from the worst too. He's extremely strong, and that was showcased when he took out several Nomus with his burning desire to step up to do something about it. Quite literally. He's able to maneuver fire within his combat just like our half and half bastard does, minus the ice. Being who he is, you can put him perfectly fine in the same lane as All Might, being able to pretty much do anything and everything you'd want, being a jack of all trades. I personally think our Magonia Flame Warlord should have been in the main roster already, but then again I think the main reason being that he isn't there is due to popularity compared to our #1 hero All Might. And that pretty much wraps it up for the list. So who would you like to see in appear within the game and why? That's my question to you guys. Now don't be afraid to name it down below, just be friendly enough to not go further down the line than the anime already is, to avoid spoilers as much as we can, because we all came here because we enjoyed My Hero Academia so much with all its awesomeness, so it's only fair to let people experience exactly that what made us fall for the anime too. Now, do you agree or disagree with this list? Let me know down below. Now, just keep in mind, this is my personal list. I'm not saying you should want Endeavor or Kendo in the list. And if you don't have them on the list, let me know who you'd like to see. I'm really interested in what you guys came up with and what you would like to see come along. And also, just as a quick feedback, do you like these type of videos? Let me know, since like I said, I don't have exclusive footage of gameplay and all that stuff. So I kind of gotta be creative and let my inner creative quirk come out. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as well. Now, as a last thing, if you are interested in talking about this game much more and want to keep updated with everything My Hero Academia and anime, then make sure to slide by on the Discord to have loads of fun with other people talking about My Hero Academia, other animes, playing games together like Smash Tap or maybe even console games, you name it. So make sure to slide by, the link is in the description down below. Now, it was your boys LJ signing out. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.